What is up, everybody? It is time for another Wrath of Rakshasa construction update. My name is Marcus Leshock. I appreciate you all watching the video. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, like this video, tell all your friends about it. But yeah, I'm a reporter and anchor on the WGN-TV Morning News in Chicago, and one of the perks of working at a television station is we have a helicopter that is out doing breaking news around the area, and I can put a request in every once in a while and say, hey, if you guys have a little bit of time, could you shoot up and grab some video of this awesome new roller coaster that's being constructed up in Gurnee, Illinois? And here we go again. So I think the last time we were out there was about 3 weeks ago, and the drop on the Wrath of Rakshasa dive coaster had just been completed. That's a 171-foot drop, 96-degree drop. The lift hill itself is about 180 feet. But you can see now quite a bit of change in the last 3 weeks or so, as not only is the drop complete now, but you've got the first inversion, which is that Immelman maneuver after the drop where you kind of go up into the air and then back down and off to the side. That's a B&M signature after these drops on these dive coasters. So many of them have an Immelman after that. Then you come up and go into a dive loop before you hit that element that we were just looking at there. That's the latest piece that I've seen installed, which is the 0G roll that comes after the dive loop, which is there on the left. So once you go in the Immelman, you come up, you swoop down to the right, then you go up into the dive loop to come back underneath the lift where you hit that 0G roll. For the space that this is taking up, it is a very unique and I think creative layout. It looks like this ride's going to be just a ton of fun with some good airtime, some floater elements. You're going to be upside down a lot throughout the process. Flying around again, you see the Little Dipper in the background there, but that is the lift hill, and you can see the platform. Much of the platform has been installed now, as well as the staircase going up the lift. American flag blowing in the beautiful breeze we had today. It is a very windy last couple of days in Chicago. I'm not sure how much work they can get done in windy conditions like these, but you'll see in a minute later in this video. I'm showing you pretty much the raw video. You'll see they had a track piece in the air on that crane and some crews right there. It is right there. So it's toward the ground, but you'll see it in a minute. They're getting ready to hoist it into the air, and I'm guessing install it onto the rest of that 0G roll that's under the lift hill now. See the staircase that's been installed, another shot of the lift here. I love having the helicopter up because it can really fly right over the action, and the zoom on the camera is just awesome to really get in there and see the ride from these unique angles. It'll be even better to have the camera and helicopter up when the ride is running and people are on it, because these dive coasters are really fun to watch. It's fun to watch people hanging over the edge of that 171-foot plunge at 96 degrees. And it's what a cool placement for this attraction, just to have this standing up in the middle of the park with the midway right underneath it. You see where that crane is? There's that dirt path there. That's the actual midway of the park. So you will walk under the lift hill of this and under the dive loop going into the other sections of the park, which is so cool. And I still want to know where this queue's going to go, because there's going to be a lot of people. Maybe I'm not, I'm looking at it from the air and from far away. Maybe there's more space there than I think, but I just don't feel like there's enough space for the amount of people who are going to want to ride this thing. I slowed down the video here for you because this was the only shot, a close-up shot of the station area, so you're going to see the video kind of slows down here in a second. But if you wanted to freeze frame this and take a look at it, it looks like the ride will probably load from the left side of this frame here. You'll be going down in the queue and then going up to the loading area and then likely exit off the other side. That's my guess, at least. And I think I saw some other people speculating that would make sense. And I'm not an expert on these things, to be honest. I'm just waiting for them to tell me where I get on the darn ride. But I'm very curious to know where everyone is going to stand in the queue. And they mentioned that there might be some extra theming elements as well. Curious to know what those are as well. Cutting from there, because the camera just whipped around from that shot. I didn't cut anything out, but this is the employee parking lot area of Great America, where they have a lot of the track pieces still sitting. And these will move from here, of course, to the construction site where they will be put in place. There are a lot less pieces of track now than there were just 3 weeks ago. So they are cooking, man. Weather's been really cooperating for them. 88-year low in snow this year for the Chicagoland area. We've had like no snow when it comes to snow we normally get. Also, not many super cold days. So it's been, for construction purposes, it's been very, very good weather to build a roller coaster in. There it is, man. That's all that's left. Then we pan over. Cool shot of the park here. Goliath on your left, the flume rides, and you got the Flash sticking up. You see Batman the ride, the go-karts just to the left of that. And then there it is in the middle of the park is standing Wrath of Rakshasa. It is just a really neat addition to the skyline here. We're going to go around again one more time and show you, as you see Max Force in the bottom of the screen. The sun today, just brilliant sun hitting the ground. You can see the ground. It has been wet here. We got a lot of rain the last couple days too, though. So that's not really great. You don't want a huge flood over there. So there it is. There's that piece in the air. As I mentioned, I wish we could have the chopper up all day so we could see them put everything together, but, you know, fuel and news and things happen. So couldn't be out there all day. But that's how they do it. They hoist it up on the crane. They'll connect it to that other piece that's up there, and I'm guessing a couple of guys go up with some screws and screwdrivers, and they just put it together, right? It's just amazing to me. And also what's amazing, I heard from a few of you who are like, how are there so few supports holding all that up? Isn't that crazy? That how much this thing weighs and what it does, and there's just those beams of steel that are holding it together. Pretty cool. We'll zoom out here and go around one more time. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but a week from today, on March 13th, I will be touring the construction site. They are having us in to take a look around, interview everybody, see it from the ground level, get an update on where things stand. I will definitely be asking them about the queue and where that goes and where you get on the ride. If you have any questions you want to know from the people at Great America, I would love to ask them. So now's your chance. You can leave a question down below. There's the sign that you see on 94 as you're driving up the interstate there to get to the park in Gurnee. And yeah, so any questions you have, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I would love to pass those on and try to get some answers for you. But it's just, to me, this thing's cooking, man. It is cooking. It's neat to send the chopper up every 2-3 weeks just to see the progress, put together a video when this is all done and it's complete. On the whole process, seeing it from the air, it's been pretty cool. So one more shot panning back here as the chopper's going to be flying away from Great America. You see X-Flight down there on the bottom of your screen. You see the Demon too? The little Demon corkscrews look so tiny compared to these rides, man. But I remember when I was a kid, Demon was a big deal. Look at the little Dipper. A little Dipper. Just between Batman and between Wrath. You got Raging Bull. There's the highway. Oh, there's some American Eagle on the left. You ready for summer? I'm ready. I'm ready to start hitting the parks again. When's this going to open? What's your prediction? Memorial Day? You think it's open by Memorial Day? I think that's definitely possible. Park opens in the middle of April. Won't be ready then. Still got to test, and they got to get all that queue and everything else set up. But, man, they're making great progress on this. It's been awesome to see. But maybe next week they can just throw the, they did get the coaster train. Maybe they can just put it on the track, and then I'll walk up the stairs, and they can strap me into it and just push me over the edge and just let me go through. Hopefully it's fully assembled by then, or else that would be bad. But it's, you know, I don't know if they'll have it all done by next week, but it would be cool if they did. I don't know. It seems like there's still a lot left to do, but here's a shot of the chopper too. So you can kind of see where the camera gets stored as it flies away. So there goes that camera, yoink. And then it flies back to base where it's going. So, yeah, just recycling here, restarting from the top. But any questions you guys have, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I appreciate all of you watching. It's been fun to see this put together. I know there have been other people that are out there with drones doing work almost every other day. Hopefully you find this to be a unique angle, though, being able to be right on top of the action, just not from the outside. And they've been doing some great work as well, and just some great commentary. Dan the Coaster Man the other day posted a video about the detailed about the station. That was like a really cool breakdown video that went into so much detail. And it's not, I think he's probably right about how that's going to load, but we'll find out once they tell us. And I'm excited, man. I'm very excited to get out there and try this thing. And I'll be sure to post some video on the channel from my construction tour. Don't forget to watch the WGN TV Morning News. We will be riding this live on the ride when it opens, whenever that is. Who do you want to see ride with me on this? Because I'll have multiple hits on it. You want to see somebody interesting in the area, get on a coaster maybe for the first time, somebody you haven't seen before, somebody from our show, let me know. And, yeah. So keep the comments coming. Keep the questions coming. I'll have more video next week. And, man, before you know it, we are all going to be lining up to get on this thing, put our hands up, and have an absolute blast this summer. So appreciate you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Peace out.